At VIP, I used to chair monthly supply chain meetings, and to be honest, they could be a bit chaotic at times. Every month almost there was an argument between our sales and our supply chain team on what were the reason for the stock outs and what was the reason for the surpluses.
The biggest challenge that we were faced with was that both our company-run and franchisee stores were flat on sales. And as far as the franchisee stores were concerned, there was a lot of focus on trying to hit the primary targets, which would also mean that trying to push stock at the end of the month, which was creating an imbalance between the kind of investment that the franchisee has and the kind of returns he was getting from sales, thus leading to an ROI issue.
Ultimately, nobody was happy. You would find the sales team not getting what they wanted, manufacturing team not able to produce what they wanted, the supplier unhappy because he is producing something and the company is not taking it. So issues were there every day. It was a firefighting issue every day.
Another conflict that often happened between supply chain and marketing, where marketing obviously wanted a fresh range, new ranges all the time, and that's very important for the consumer. But at the same time, the supply chain team did not know to handle such a wide assortment.
So one of the challenges was really managing the forecast accuracy of 400 SKUs that we had in our system. We had these challenges of few branches growing very fast and other branches not growing very fast. All this led to wrong deployment of stocks.
So one way to solve the problem of mismatched inventories and therefore the problem of availability was to make the forecasts 100% accurate. We figured that that is not a feasible solution.
We moved from a manual indenting process to a assortment-based auto-replenishment system.
The solution of buffer management, which basically means buffers replenishing buffers across the entire supply chain. One of the main points of this managing buffer system was to use the central warehouse as an aggregating or a replenishing source. The central warehouse till that time was only used as a flow-through location, not an aggregating location.
So what we actually started is daily perpetual planning. This was very important for us. So now we were able to know daily what we have to produce, and this was based on colors. Now manufacturing is very simple. They understand colors very fast. So whether it is the supplier or whether it is within the plant, everywhere, everybody worked on those basic colors.
As part of our weekly review meetings, the stock churning aspect got a lot of attention, wherein we decided which stock to be moved out, which to be introduced, which to be replaced, and then what kind of category focus has to be brought into the store.
Now, if any SKU had to be introduced in the organization, there had to be an equivalent or same number of SKUs to be leaving the merchandising grid. So 10 new SKUs coming in would require 10 old SKUs leaving from the merchandising grid. The first major challenge was reduction of the ordering lead time for our suppliers, specifically the ones who were based out of country in China. They were used to getting orders once in a month. Now this had to be reduced to once a week order. Since this meant an immediate expansion in the number of transactions for them, they resisted. But eventually they figured that the reduction of lead time from 1 month to 1 week in terms of ordering lead time eventually increased their orders. So when they saw the win, they easily reconciled to it. The second major challenge that we faced was the expansion of the inventory in the central warehouse because of aggregation. This expansion of inventory very soon, within a matter of months, was accompanied by a simultaneous reduction of inventories in the branch warehouse. Availability, which we did not even measure earlier, which may have been languishing at about 50-55%, jumped to about 85-90%.
So there were several channels that had a big improvement. Obviously modern trade, there we saw a good increase in sales, and we also saw much better stock assortment on the floor. But company-run stores is where I say we saw the most magic. Those dealers who did adopt TOC methods and who are willing to share the secondary sales with us, we saw a big improvement in their sales.
The franchisee return on investment also improved because of lower investment in stock and better sales. Sales growth consistently in the range of 15 to 20% has been the hallmark of this exercise over the last 2 years.
Another thing that we did was we tied up with Shopper Stop, where we have put about 12 of their stores in replenishment mode. In these stores, our sales growth has been twice the growth that we've seen in the other stores which are not really on replenishment but still on manual indenting. So our market share has also gone up from 50% to 60% in the last 3 years. So those are the big benefits.
So what happened is with this, it has spread out in the full month. You don't know that it's a month end. Now there's no month end pressure, nothing.
When the organization shifted to a pull-based replenishment, the entire organization became far more harmonious in dealing with, particularly in dealing between different departments.
The replenishment cycles improved and it led to lower frictions between supply chain and retail team.
So overall, I was very pleased with the results. The goal of the project was to get the right inventory, to figure out a good system of managing inventory and sales in our company. And certainly, those monthly meetings have become much more harmonious.
I have a good sleep. That's very important.